T'Challa, aka Black Panther, first hit the stands in an issue of the Fantastic Four back in 1966, and since then has grown in popularity, receiving his first starring feature in Jungle Action No. 5 in 1973. His first self-contained multi-issue story arc, Panther's Rage, ran for 13 issues, and its collected form is widely considered Marvel's first graphic novel. Now he has his own film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, following the events of Captain America Civil War, in which he must team up with a CIA agent and his own Wakanda Special Forces to stop a war from occurring. So today, to celebrate the strides and successes the character has had, we're taking a look at his interesting and complex history, with our list of the top 10 Black Panther shocking facts. At number 10, the Black Panther Party. Many may associate the name of this superhero with the Black Panther Party. The two came into widespread existence in the same year, but Black Panther debuted in February of 1966, predating the Black Panther Party by several months. However, Black Panther doesn't predate the logo of the party's predecessor, the Lowndes County Freedom Organization, who used a Black Panther in said logo, nor did he predate the segregated World War II Black Panthers Tank Battalion. Marvel didn't think any sort of political association was an issue though until 1972, when T'Challa was briefly Black Leopard, although this was reverted back to his initial title eventually. Co-creator Stan Lee has stated that his name was inspired by a pulp adventure hero who had a Black Panther as a sidekick. Up next, number 9, his name. The Black Panther name has historical roots within the comics lore too. It's a ceremonial title that is given to the chief of the Panther tribe of the nation of Wakanda, an incredibly advanced nation in East Africa. It's a symbol of office, and a hereditary title, but one must still earn it and be worthy of it. T'Challa's father was the head of Wakanda, and was murdered when a man named Ulysses Claw tried to take advantage of Wakanda's vibranium resources. T'Challa was next in line to be king, and until he was ready to become the leader of the nation, his uncle stepped in and passed the necessary trials. Up next, number 8, his bodyguards. T'Challa has a group of female bodyguards, known as the Dora Milaje, but bodyguards may not actually be the right term for them. In the character's history in the comics, these women were considered ceremonial wives-in-waiting, so yeah, can kinda see why that doesn't fly today. The MCU version of them though has rewritten their roles as the king's bodyguards instead, who are all badass fighters. But in the comics, they were a superior pool of women, one from each tribe in Wakanda, and after Black Panther's marriage to a certain Marvel A-lister, they were still employed in his service as bodyguards and fighters. In our number 7 spot, Wesley Snipes. Did you know Wesley Snipes almost played Black Panther? Since 1992, there's been talk of a Black Panther feature film, and at the time, Snipes was a pretty big deal, starring in a bunch of major blockbusters. After the release of Demolition Man, Snipes himself actually confirmed that he was attached to be playing T'Challa. The film then went through development hell, and Snipes eventually played a different Marvel character on the big screen, Blade. In at number 6, original concept art. Black Panther was created by two comics legends, Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. In Kirby's original concept art of the character, he had a completely different aesthetic, and went by the name of Cole Tiger. That eventually changed though, and he swapped out his yellow and gray bodysuit and red and black cape for a much sleeker outfit. In at number 5, Hell's Kitchen. Black Panther briefly took over protecting Hell's Kitchen from Daredevil. After the events of the Shadowlands story arc, Daredevil needed a break from Hell's Kitchen, and T'Challa needed some affirmation of his own after awaking from a coma, and he also lost all of his powers. So T'Challa stepped in to patrol Hell's Kitchen in the Black Panther the Man Without Fear run, resulting in the Black Panther mantle going to his sister. Speaking of, and at number 4 we have Shuri. Shuri, T'Challa's sister, made her first appearance in Black Panther Volume 4 issue number 2 back in 2005. When he ends up in that coma we mentioned in our last number, Shuri is nominated to take his place, and she successfully completed the necessary trials. At first she's rejected though, due to her lifelong jealousy and coveting of the Black Panther mantle that was rightfully her brother's. But eventually, when Wakanda is threatened, she dons the mantle anyway and saves the day, which leads to the Panther God giving her the Black Panther powers as a reward for proving herself. Prior to that, she also acted as Wakanda's protector when her brother and his wife at the time were off helping the Fantastic Four. And who is that wife of his? In our number 3 spot, Storm. T'Challa and Storm got married in 2006, with some major retconning on Marvel's part leading up to their big day. While in 1980, Chris Claremont had written a short story in which the two crossed paths as youngins, this retcon gave them a fully fleshed out backstory, in which they had fallen in love with each other at an early age and even lost their virginities to one another. Despite all of this, in 2012 the two split up. After T'Challa returned from Hell's Kitchen and had his powers restored, Wakanda was attacked, and the X-Men were branded as enemies of Wakanda, so his marriage with Storm was annulled, much to her surprise. Many have speculated that this was because Marvel didn't want to jeopardize plans for a Black Panther feature film, since up until recently the film's rights to the X-Men and Storm were in the hands of Fox, not Disney. Disney. But fret not, she rebounded with Wolverine and got an edgy haircut, as one does. Up next, number 2, his accent. In the Black Panther film, actor Chadwick Boseman, who plays the title role, chose to use an African accent in the movie. When asked in an interview why, he said, I quote, "Colonialism in Africa would have it that, in order to be a ruler, his education comes from Europe. I want to be completely sure that we didn't convey that idea because that would be counter to everything that Wakanda is about. It's supposed to be the most technologically advanced nation on the planet, if it's supposed to not have been conquered, which means that advancement has happened without colonialism tainting it, poisoning the well of it, without stopping it or disrupting it, and there's no way he would speak with a European accent." Well said. And last but not least, in at number 1, he's the first black superhero. Most importantly, Black Panther was the very first black superhero. The only other characters that existed in comics that were black prior to him were black superheroes that didn't really have superpowers, including the likes of Dell Comics' Western character Lobo, who was the first black person to star in his own comic book, and also characters in the single-issue poorly distributed all-Negro comics in 1947. DC wouldn't have their own black superhero until 1971 with the introduction of Jon Stewart, Hal Jordan's substitute Green Lantern. Alright, there we have it, friends. Are you excited for the Black Panther film? If you're watching this video in the future, and you've already seen it, what do you think? Let us know all your thoughts and feelings in those comments below. And if you dug this video, please hit those like and subscribe buttons. And don't forget to share it with a friend. And why not check out more nerdy videos, like the ones in our playlist that's currently flashing on your screen. In the meantime, thanks for watching. I've been Kelly Pally and this has been Top 10 Nerd. Catch you all in the next one.